It's the Toyota Sea-Hour. And, well, far be it from me to get your pedantry radar pinging, but if you're going to call a car a coupe high-rider, then you might expect an element of accuracy within both of those statements. But, well, this is a post-fact world, or so The Guardian keeps reminding me, so let's allow Toyota some poetic license. The CHR, effectively its new mainstream 5-door hatchback, does have a swooping rear window and sits a hand-width higher than its own RS hatchback. But a GT86 SUV it ain't. You remember the RS hatchback, right? Go on, you do. Replace the Corolla, competes against the Ford Focus, Volkswagen Golf, that sort of thing. No? Well, anyway, you can still buy one. Only not many people do, hence the requirement, I suppose, for something else. Something crossover-shaped, because if you want a new mainstream hatchback to sell in Europe, then these days you'll need to make what we used to think was a niche one. The CHR is precisely one of those. Toyota expects to sell no fewer than 100,000 of them a year within Europe, which is the only market where Toyota initially thought it would sell the car, before other regions got a look at it and demanded it, too. So the CHR will sell in Japan and other parts of Asia, and before long other regions as well. A crossover is, effectively, the new global family hatch, because it foresaw that although CO2 emissions are the factor that most affected new car legislation, that situation would not last forever. Air quality, particulates, nitrogen dioxide and so on are about to replace CO2 is the bigger concern facing legislation makers, despite the non-end to global warming fears. City dwellers trump polar bears, in other words. I suppose they have better lawyers. Be European, apparently, with our insatiable demand for nice things. That's where the design work has been done, and most of the chassis development, too. Including a couple of stints in the UK, but mostly on the roads around the Eiffel Mountains, because Toyota, like most car makers, has an engineering base near some track or other based around there. To drive, then? Well, the CHR is one of those cars in which it's useful to make lots of detailed notes when you're driving it, because otherwise